Please rise for the playing of the national anthems of Kuwait and the United Kingdom. A reading from the Holy Quran. Our reader this evening is Osama Salam from Year 13.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ومن أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين ولا تستوي الحسنة ولا السيئة ادفع بالتي هي أحسن فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم وما يلقاها إلا الذين صبروا وما يلقاها إلا ذو حظ عظيم صدق الله العظيم.
Your Excellency Dr. Nayef Al-Hajraf, Minister of Education and Higher Education. His Excellency Sheikh Mubarak Al-Fahad Al-Salam Al-Sabah, Under Secretary for Protocol Affairs, Amiri Diwan. Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, His Excellency Abdullah Dambaki, Ambassador of Senegal. Mr. Mohammed Abdullah Al-Dahas, General Manager of the Public Administration for Private Education. His Excellency British Ambassador Frank Baker, Excellencies, parents, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of our Chairman, Mr. Sadiq, and our founder, Madam Vera, it's my very great pleasure this evening to open our Festival of Achievement and graduation ceremony with a warm welcome to our distinguished guests, our parents, our teachers, our administration staff, and of course, our students. We are honoured to have as our patron this evening His Excellency Dr. Al-Hajraf. We look forward to his address and his officiating at the presentation of certificates to our graduates. A warm welcome also to His Excellency British Ambassador Baker, who is a regular at these evenings. Ladies and gentlemen, the stage is empty, let's fill it. Please welcome our graduates, the class of 2013. It's always traditional to start the evening with a group photograph. If we can have the chairs on the stage, please. Thank you. And I would like to invite our VIP party to join us on the stage. So if we could have Mr. Chairman, Madam Founder, we'd like you to accompany our chief guests, His Excellency Sheikh Mubarak, His Excellency Dr. Naif. Gentlemen, if we can have all 7 chairs, thank you very much. Don't think we can all fit on 2. And just put them in the middle, that would be lovely. Thank you very much indeed. Please. This is to test the patience of the graduates because they have rehearsed so well today. We thought, how can we tease them just a little longer? Don't they look fabulous? Give them a big round of applause. They look superb. Now we'll kick off. Madam Vera, thank you. Mr. Chairman, Excellencies, and Excellency Frank Baker, please join us. Also like to welcome our CEO, Dr. Hanan Al-Mathawa, and our Principal, Mr. Paul Shropshire. Now, have we got those big smiles ready? Thank you very much to our VIP group. If we can have the chairs off now, please. Thank you. It's my very great pleasure now to welcome to the podium the Chairman of the British School of Kuwait, Mr. Sadiq Al-Mathawa, to give the welcome address. Mr. Sadiq.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. معالي الدكتور نايف فلاح الحجرف وزير التربية ووزير التعليم العالي، سعادة الشيخ مبارك الفهد السالم الصباح الوكيل المساعد الديوان الأميري، الأستاذ الفاضل محمد عبد الله الداحس مدير الإدارة العامة للتعليم الخاص، أصحاب السعادة السفراء، ضيوفنا الكرام، السادة أولياء أمور، طلبتنا الأعزاء، يسعدني أن أرحب بكم جميعا أطيب ترحيب، شاكرا حضوركم ومشاركتنا في مهرجان التفوق للمدرسة البريطانية بالكويت للعام الدراسي 2012-2013. معالي الدكتور وزير التربية ووزير التعليم العالي، راعي حفلنا هذا، إن تشريفكم لنا هذا اليوم ورعايتكم الكريمة لهذا المهرجان بالرغم من مشاغلكم الكثيرة لهو دليل واضح على حرصكم واهتمامكم بالعلم والتعليم وبأبنائكم الطلبة الخريجين والمتفوقين. لكم منا جميعا خالص الشكر وعظيم الامتنان. الحفل الكريم. تحتفل المدرسة البريطانية بالكويت بتكريم نخبة طيبة من أبنائها الطلبة الخريجين في المرحلة الثانوية والذين درسوا طبقا للمنهج البريطاني، وكذلك المتفوقين بالمراحل الدراسية المختلفة في الأنشطة الثقافية والعلمية والرياضية. هؤلاء الطلاب بذلوا جهوداً مميزة خلال العام الدراسي 2013-2012 فاستحقوا هذا النجاح ونالوا منا هذه الرعاية والتكريم. أصحاب السعادة، ضيوفنا الكرام، المدرسة البريطانية وهي تحتفل اليوم بمرور 35 عاماً على تأسيسها، فهي تعتز بما وصلت إليه من مراكز متقدمة في النهضة التكنولوجية والتعليم الإلكتروني، وكانت الرائدة والأولى في تطوير العملية التعليمية والتي جاءت نتائجها لمصلحة طلبتنا في هذا البلد الطيب. طموحاتنا لم تتوقف، فقد تم الإعلان من خلال الفريق البريطاني المخول والمعتمد عالمياً في تصنيف المدارس ذات المنهج البريطاني، إضافة إلى الفرق التفتيش المختصة الأخرى الذي قامت في تقييم جودة الوسائل التعليمية والمرافق المساندة والأجهزة والمختبرات العلمية، إضافة إلى ما قاموا به من بحث وتحري غاية في السرية مع بعض الطلبة ومع الهيئة التدريسية والإداريين وبعض أولياء الأمور شاملاً كل المرافق. وجاءت النتائج أن المدرسة البريطانية في الكويت قد استوفت جميع المعايير المطلوبة حسب وزارة التعليم في المملكة المتحدة، لذلك نالت درجة تميز واستحقت لقب المدرسة البريطانية المتميزة عالمياً. وهكذا نؤكد استمرارنا الدائم في العطاء لمواكبة أحدث الوسائل التعليمية المتطورة والمتميزة في المجال التعليمي والتربوي. وبهذه المناسبة أتقدم إلى جميع العاملين في الهيئة التدريسية وإدارة المدرسة بأجمل التهاني والتبريكات على هذا الإنجاز الكبير. الحفل الكريم أتوجه إلى أبنائنا الطلبة لأهنيهم بهذا النجاح وهذا التفوق، وأقول لهم اليوم قد أنهيتم مرحلة دراسية من تعليمكم، وأنتم الآن مقبلون على دراسات أوسع منهاجاً في الجامعات والمعاهد العليا، والتي تتطلب منكم الجهد الكثير. واصلوا العطاء والنجاح والتفوق لتنجحوا وتنالوا شرف خدمة أوطانكم. واعلموا جيداً أن وراء هذا النجاح وهذا التفوق مدرسيكم الذين بذلوا جهوداً طيبة خلال العام الدراسي، فلهم منا الشكر والتقدير. كما لا ننسى الدور الكبير لأولياء الأمور في المتابعة الدائمة لدراستكم ومساندتهم الواضحة لمعلميكم وإدارة المدرسة، لهم منا خالص التهاني والتبريكات. كما أتقدم إلى الأستاذ الفاضل محمد عبد الداحس مدير الإدارة العامة للتعليم الخاص وإلى جميع العاملين في إدارته على حسن التوجيه والتعاون، والذي ساهم بلا شك في تطوير العملية التربوية في هذا البلد الطيب. وفي الختام حفظ الله الكويت برعاية الوالد القائد أمير الرفدة راعي النهضة التعليمية وسمو ولي العهد الأمين وحكومته الرشيدة، والله يحفظكم جميعا، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Your Excellency Dr. Naif Al-Hajraf, Minister of Education and Higher Education, His Excellency Sheikh Mubarak Al-Fahd Al-Salam Al-Sabah, Mr. Mohammed Dahis, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, our dear parents, I am pleased and honored to welcome you all and thank you for joining us this evening to share the celebration of Festival of Achievement and the graduation of British School of Kuwait for the academic year 2012-2013. Your Excellency, Minister of Education and Higher Education, your presence here this evening is a great honor to all of us. It is highly appreciated that you are patronizing our graduation. It means a lot to us, to our school management, to our staff, to our students and parents. This gesture reflects your care, deep interest, and support to education and student welfare. Our thanks and appreciation. Your Excellencies, honorable guests, this evening celebration is to honor an outstanding group of students who have finished their secondary level of education in accordance with the British curriculum program of study. Those students have indeed demonstrated continuous efforts and hard work during this academic year and have therefore earned our thanks and appreciation. Dear graduates, today you have completed one stage of your education, and we wish you every success in continuing your education. As you prepare to move forward, there will be a wider range of courses and greater challenges, which means even more work, but also greater achievement. Congratulations. Your outstanding achievement has become even greater through the exceptional teamwork you have exhibited in the acceptance, the expert guidance of your teachers. Our thanks and appreciation go to all of them. We must also remember the constant support of your parents, assisted the school administration staff who has made this possible. Thank you all. God bless our beloved Kuwait. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sadek. Tonight's festival celebrates achievement in all its guises. Never before, I would say, was there a more auspicious occasion in the proud history of the British School of Kuwait than tonight, when we celebrate our Jade anniversary, 35 years at the forefront of British education in Kuwait. The rigour of academic achievement is celebrated this evening alongside artistic excellence. We are pleased tonight to open the celebrations with some special awards of individual excellence in a variety of educational fields. When the Festival of Achievement 2013 team sat down to plan tonight's event, one of the things which came to our immediate attention was the change in the profile of students graduating this year. It became apparent to us that a greater number of students than in previous years were remaining at BSK for sixth form, for year 12 and 13. Of course, we know that by enrolling in the sixth form, students gain A-level results which open opportunities for entry to top universities in the world. This development has been underpinned by the wisdom of Dr. Al-Hajraf and his colleagues in amending the entrance qualifications requirements necessary for Kuwait University. And for this, sir, we extend our thanks and appreciation. You will notice as a result of this development that many of our prize winners this evening have yet to graduate. It gives me, therefore, great pleasure to read the roll of honour for non-graduating students who have won subject awards. May I invite the award winners to the stage, please. Najwa Azam, English Literature. Abbas Ali, Islamic Studies for Non-Arabs. Pema Togyal, Fine Art. Hamid Reza, Shama Mohammadi, Economics. Alice Shaker, Business Studies and English Language. Pranit Wadkar, AS Applied ICT. Shakraf Shahid, AS History. Julia Trisna, AS French and AS Music. Prigya Anyus Murtharaj, AS Mathematics. Chantel Ayub, AS Fine Art. James White, AS Business Studies and AS English Literature. Ankita Handa, AS Geography. Ali Imam, AS Biology, AS Chemistry and AS Physics. Khaled Sirhan, AS Economics. That completes the subject award winners for 2012-2013. As they leave the stage, may we wish them continued success in their June examinations. We come now to a number of external awards to students who have achieved levels of excellence in language, who will receive the Ambassador's Prizes. May I invite to the stage the head teacher, Mr. Andrew Molden. The first of the Ambassador Prizes is for excellence in English. And to present the award, it's my pleasure to welcome to the stage Mrs. Maria Pilar Fernandez Baker, wife of His Excellency the British Ambassador. The award for excellence in English goes to James White. The next award is for excellence in German. And to present the award this evening, it's my pleasure to welcome to the stage His Excellency the Swiss Ambassador, Mr. Etienne Tevos. The award for excellence in German goes to Helena Zamur. The next award is for excellence in French, and to present this award, it's my pleasure to welcome to the stage Monsieur Julong Lemoine, representing His Excellency the French Ambassador. And I'd also like to invite Madame Frédérique Asfar, Présidente de l'Union des Français de l'étranger. The award for excellence in French goes to Savitri Butterworth. The next award is for excellence in Arabic. And to present this award, it's my pleasure to welcome to the stage His Excellency the Ambassador of Egypt, Mr. Abdel Karim Suleiman. The award for excellence in Arabic goes to Alice Shaker. The next award is for excellence in Spanish, and to present this award, it's my pleasure to invite His Excellency the Spanish Ambassador, Mr. Angel Lozada. The prize for Spanish goes to Paula Ariola. The next award is for excellence in the field of creative arts, and to present this award, I'd like to invite to the stage His Excellency Sheikh Mubarak Al-Sabah. This award goes to a student whose contributions to the field of creative arts at BSK has been truly spectacular. This young lady is an accomplished dancer who has obtained numerous awards and certifications, including British Ballet Organisation, International School of Teaching Dancers, and the Royal Academy of Dance for her work in tap, modern, jazz, and ballet. She's taken part in countless dance showcases and taught a range of classes to aspiring young dancers. Not only is she an excellent dancer, but this young lady is also a talented musician, having studied piano, guitar, and ukulele, not to mention her singing abilities, and she's participated in every music festival week since 2007. In the field of drama, she's participated in countless productions, with leading roles in Beauty and the Beast, A Winter's Tale, Les Miserables, and her outstanding performance as Mary Poppins last year. Her talent for musical theatre is exceptional, and she could become one of the greats if she should ever pursue it. She's currently busy preparing for her upcoming role in the Bayer production of Grease, and all this whilst maintaining excellent grades in her academic subjects. The Creative Arts Award for 2012-13 goes to Savitri Butterworth. The next award is the Leadership Award, and I'd like to invite to the stage the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, His Excellency Ambassador of Senegal, Abdelwahid Mbaki. This award is presented to the student who has shown the kinds of qualities which are likely to develop into real leadership and managerial capability. This year it goes to a student whose contributions to BSK over the years have been truly immense. As well as maintaining a consistently excellent standard of academic achievement, this young lady is a member of the Sixth Form Prefect team, the Sixth Form Council, and is also a house captain. She's captained the volleyball and netball teams, has been integral to the success of both teams for many, many years, her reliability, dedication, and ability to enthuse, proving an inspiration to her teammates. She has already made impressive contributions within the field of debating, continuously developing and excelling in this field since she first became involved back in Year 8. She's won numerous Best Speaker awards in school competitions and has competed successfully at regional and international level representing Kuwait. She's made immeasurable contributions to the advancement of debating within the school, especially with regards to the mentoring of her less experienced debaters. Her passion and flair for debate serves as an inspiration to other debaters who feel truly privileged to work with her, as well as providing evidence for her undoubted aptitude for inspiring and leading others. Indeed, since 1 o'clock today, we have heard many of the same attributes about a certain special lady, and one adjective which stuck in my mind is courage. This is what was mentioned today, and I would also like to mention it with regard to this young lady. The 2013 Leadership Award goes to Ishita Handa. To present the next award, I'd like to invite to the stage Mr. Mohammed Al-Dahis from the Ministry of Private Education. Mr. Al-Dahis. Over the past few years, BSK has participated in a growing number of events with community groups at the highest level. One such group is LOIAC. And tonight, in recognition of its delivery of a writing and media programme to our students, BSK pays tribute to one of its own alumni, who now is a leading light at LOIAC. Tonight, he's actually in Lebanon, representing LOIAC. But fear not, his brother is a graduate this evening, so I would like to invite the father of Abdul Mohsen Al-Mayas to the stage to receive a certificate on his behalf. The final award in this section is indeed a very, very prestigious award, not only for the recipient, but also for the British School of Kuwait and British International. To present this award, therefore, I would like to invite to the stage our Chairman, Mr. Sadiq, and His Excellency, the Minister, Dr. Hajraf. If you can join Mr. Andrew, please, on the stage. Thank you. The citation for this award will be read by the Principal, Mr. Paul Shropshire.
On the 17th of March 2013, an Amiri decree was issued and approved by the Prime Ministerial Cabinet, setting up the Supreme Education Council under the chairmanship of His Excellency, the Minister of Education and Higher Education, Dr. Nayef Al-Hajraf. This august body has been drawn from leading academics and business people in Kuwait. BSK is proud to be the only school in Kuwait to merit a nominee, and in celebration of this great honour, the staff and students would like to present a plaque of congratulations to our CEO, Dr. Hanan Al-Mutawa, in recognition of her selection. Please come to the stage, Dr. Hanan.
We turn now to achievement in the arts. One of the highlights of our school calendar is our Music Festival Week, which is held in March. It provides a formal platform for choral groups, ensembles, and soloists of all ages and abilities to delight us with their talents. Tonight, we showcase 3 such groups, and the first of these is Moderato, who open our celebration of the arts. Moderato was originally conceived in 2006 as a chamber trio, and having expanded over the years, it now has 8 members. It has won numerous awards. 2 to mention are the Best Chamber Ensemble at the Young Musicians of the Gulf competition in Bahrain, and the chamber category at the Kuwait Chopin competition. Performances have included the Queen's birthday celebrations at the British Embassy. Their repertoire includes classical to modern, and this evening they've selected to perform a contemporary piece, Lady Gaga Fugue, arranged by Dettori, and based, of course, on the well-known hit Lady Gaga's Bad Romance. So, as we set up the chairs and the stands, we will welcome Moderato under the baton of their conductor, Mr. Preslav Petkov. It's my very great pleasure now to formally welcome our patron and guest speaker, His Excellency the Minister of Education and Higher Education, Dr. Nayef Falah Al-Hajraf. Dr. Al-Hajraf has a bachelor's degree in accounting from the University of Kuwait. This was followed by a master's degree in accounting in the United States and a doctorate in the United Kingdom in 2002. So if you want to know what to do with your money, ask this guy. He certainly has the numbers after his name, or the letters, I should say. Since then, he served in a wide range of roles as Deputy Head of the Gulf University for Science and Technology Services Academy. He's a member of the Supreme Council for Petroleum, Chief Executive Officer of Abu Dhabi First Real Estate Development, Financial Advisor on the Kuwait Stock Exchange, and also Financial Advisor to the United Nations Development Programme in the Ministry of Planning. In February 2012, he took up the portfolio as Minister of Education and Higher Education. Ladies and gentlemen, would you give a very, very warm welcome to our patron, His Excellency Dr. Hajraf.
Thank you, Patricia. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I would like to start by asking our students, our graduates, for their permission. I know we are celebrating the Festival of Achievements, but I have to pay a special tribute to a person who we in Kuwait, we have admired and appreciate the support that she gave us in a bad time when Kuwait was invaded in 1990. Our tribute, on behalf of everyone on this stage and this hall, on behalf of the Kuwaiti people, goes to Lady Margaret Thatcher, who passed away this afternoon. We will all remember Lady Thatcher for the good and true friendship that she showed during that very tough time Kuwait has gone through. This also reflecting the special relation that linking the UK and Kuwait. This friendship meant to last forever, and it's our duties to strengthen this kind of relation and to take it even further. So if I may ask everyone here to stand for a moment of silence and tribute for Lady Thatcher. Thank you very much. And to Lady Thatcher, our condolences to her family, to her beloved, to everyone, to the UK and British people. Her name has been written and to always shine in our history in Kuwait. Ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, parents, our dear students who are celebrating your Festival of Achievements, BSK family, Mrs. and Mr. Mutawwa, thank you very much for giving me the great opportunity to address such an amazing event so far. 20 years ago, I was starting my master's degree in the United States, and I was asked by the local high school in Boulder, Colorado, to give presentations about Kuwait to their history class. I went to a class, it was good size, about 30 students with their teacher, and they started asking all the questions you can think of about Kuwait, especially as Kuwait was just went through that tough time after the war and liberation and so on. So one of the questions I remember is the students who came and said, well, do you have schools in Kuwait? And as a Kuwaiti, not as a Minister of Education at that time, I have to tell, yes, we have good schools, and I alluded in the questions and finding the answers for about 15 minutes. I know I was totally mistaken. I could have said just we have BSK. So for you graduate, you should be very proud of your achievements. We're all very proud of your achievements. What you have learned is not only an academic side, but we have seen a talented that has been taken care of. Encouragement that have shown that we in Kuwait, we do have these talented. It's our responsibilities to give them all the support they need and to make sure that these talent will be taken care of, and also to give all the support to take it even further. Kuwait is always proud of their students and our students. Those are the real assets that we are making sure that we look after it and take care of it, and making sure that all their necessary needs will be met. In Kuwait, and especially in the Ministry of Education, we look into this as not a daily duties, but this is the country's futures. It's just, we have to look at it and make sure that our assets, talking about finance, our assets will be looked after carefully and to prepare them for their time. Their time is coming when they all will lead the country. Their time will come when they have to take their nations as well to the place where we want it to be. The Ministry of Education is partnering with the private sectors. Today we are celebrating 35 years. That's the biggest achievements for having the BSK here in Kuwait, serving the country, serving the nations, bringing in all the talented, bringing in all the knowledge, and making sure that we have these students who are very proud of attending this evening. The Ministry of Education will make sure that this support will continue and will go on, making sure the private sectors will always have a place to participate, not only in the projects and on the infrastructure, but also in the education, which is a very high risk investments, if I may say, but it's very much worth it to put all the effort to make sure that the Ministry of Education as well as private sectors are combined in a joint effort to make sure that our students are ready and equipped for the future. So for that, thank you, Madam Farah, thank you, Mr. Sadiq. It has been an achievement. Thank you, Dr. Hanan, as well. It has been an achievement of 35 years, which we are seeing growing and growing, and wishing you all the best for years, many years to come, inshallah, and seeing the BSK even moving forward. Last but not least, if you may allow me to send the 3 questions to our graduates who are celebrating. I always have to give these questions to my children, and I always ask them these 3 questions. It's not an easy questions to answer, but there's something for you to keep, and maybe one day you will come up with an answer. Life is full of enjoyment. It's a journey with ups and downs. You might feel upset sometimes, you might be disappointed, but looking overall pictures, you will be very proud of what you have achieved. And just standing here tonight, that's by itself is achievement, but it's not the end. That's just the beginning of a new step in your life. Make sure that there is so many prayers here behind you. Make sure that there's so many supports wishing you to go to the next level. Life, as you are moving, will become more challenging, but I'm sure you are up for the challenge. The 3 questions I would like always asking my children is, how do you see life? That's very important questions to answer, because that's what reflects the attitude that we have toward so many things in our life. The second question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Because now you are as a graduate from high school. Tomorrow you will be college students or at universities, but that gives you an idea that life will go on, so the journey will continue. So you have always to ask yourself, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? And the last question is, how would you like to be remembered? Because this is the fingerprint that you are leaving in mankind history. So Kuwait is proud of you. Keep up the good work. Thank you. everyone for attending. Thank you for showing the support for our graduates, for their achievements. We are very proud of that. And thank you also to the BSK. I will extend my our congratulations to the family of BSKs, to the parents here, and for everyone who was participating in this event. And for you guys, good luck and keep up the good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. We certainly remember you for your very inspirational words, very special indeed, I'm sure, not only for the graduates, but indeed for all the adults sitting here this evening. We come now to the central part of our evening, our graduation ceremony, and we're going to begin with our Year 11 students. May I invite our CEO, Dr. Hanan, His Excellency the British Ambassador, Mr. Frank Baker, to the stage, please, to present the diplomas. The presentation panel will also include our principal, Mr. Paul Shropshire, and our head teacher, Mr. Andrew Molden. I'd also like to invite the parents of the graduates to stand when your son or daughter's name is announced. The roll of honour for Year 11 will be read by the Upper Department Coordinator, Mr. John Lambert.
Your Excellencies, honoured guests, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the graduates from Year 11 for the academic year 2012-2013.
Excuse, please.
Mohammed Akbar. Jonathan Finn. James Finn. Yusuf Bachman. Hussein Newman. Salam Al-Fagan. Abdul Wahab Al-Momen. Farah Abdul Hamid, and Farah also receives subject prizes for Arabic for Arabs, Biology, Chemistry, ICT, Islamic Studies for Arabs, and Physics. Nadine Al-Khalaf. Fatma Marafi. Sharifa Al-Yatama, and Sharifa also receives a subject prize for design, graphic design. Aya Ismail. Sheikha Al-Matruk, who also receives a subject prize for Government Arabic. Salah Amayas. Sarah Ahmed. Mohammed Abbas. Mohammed Al-Miri. Omar Khalil. Mohammed Mohammed. Ali Atia. Hee Soo Yang, who also receives a subject prize for mathematics. Nagi El Sayed. Fahad Alama. Kambui. Hamza Munka. Aya Abbas. Lucinda Murley. Mohammed Al-Shamari. Kauthar Al-Hadram. May Al-Materi. Dana Al-Shwaib. Alex Gallagher. Alex also receives a subject prize for design and technology. Noor Al-Nashi. Hannah Holgate, who also receives a subject prize for physical education. Danila Jogi. Omar Mansour. Rashid Al-Hajri. Abdul Mohsen Al-Nasser. Ahmad Dar. Dwayne Johar Saad. Mohammed Mohammadi. Samarti Butterworth, who also receives the subject prizes for German, drama and textiles. Joshua Welch. Yusuf Basha. Anwar Hassan. Mohammed Alatiki. Hussein Al-Fili. Rawan Al-Khamis. Fajr Al-Hassan. Mohammed Al-Jawaisri. Gadir Al-Katan, who also receives a subject prize, Arabic for non-Arabs. Dina Al-Athena. Ali Ashur. Faisal Bebahani. Rawan Musa, who also receives the subject prizes for history and photography. Mahmoud Abul Burgal. Ali Kadja. Thank you, Ali. And that concludes the graduating students from Year 11. Congratulations to you all, and I wish you every success in your future.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations to all of our Year 11 students. Really fabulous. And we look forward to the sixth form graduation very shortly. Now, we're going to turn once again to achievement in the arts. And one of the stars of this year's music festival at BSK is our string orchestral group, Conarco, who performed to standing ovations on both nights. They opened for us this evening with the anthems and with their entrance procession, the Eurovision March for the graduates, which, as you rightly noticed, adds much to the pomp and circumstance of this evening's great event. Now it's time for us to sit back and enjoy them in their full glory. Conarco has more than 20 members, And in a few weeks' time, they will be part of the 108 students from BSK who will be taking ABRSM music examinations. The majority of Conarco will take exams at grade 5 or above. This evening they've chosen a piece by a very challenging composer, Carl Jenkins. Under the baton of their musical director, Ms. Galina Bojalova, please welcome Conarco to perform Jenkins' Palladio. Ladies and gentlemen, Conarco, and in the front row I'd like to highlight Highway Lee on violin, who this year won the coveted Young Musician of the Gulf Most Promising Musician under 14 years of age. It's my very great pleasure now to introduce our second guest speaker of the evening, His Excellency, the British Ambassador, Frank Baker, OBE. As I mentioned earlier, Ambassador Baker is a regular at these evenings. In fact, he's a very regular visitor to the school. In the last couple of weeks, he's been to visit us to celebrate an award with one of our sixth form students, Ali Imam, who received first place in the world in the June 2012 IGCSE biology exam. We were also very fortunate to have his presence at the opening of our fabulous new Balmoral Library. Ambassador Baker joined the FCO in 1981. He served in a wide variety of countries, including such places as Panama City, Buenos Aires, then to Ankara, and then to Washington on secondment to the US government. His first taste of the Middle East was when he was head of Iraq section of the Middle East Department. He then moved on to the Africa Department, again to Washington, and then FCO Director, Iraq. Finally, to date, in 2010, he was appointed Her Majesty's Ambassador at the British Embassy, Kuwait. Ladies and gentlemen, would you give a very, very warm welcome to His Excellency Ambassador Frank Baker, OBE.
Excellencies, ladies, gentlemen, students. Before I begin, I would just like to thank His Excellency, the Minister for Education and Higher Education, and my very good personal friend, Dr. Naif, for his very kind words about Lady Thatcher, who passed away earlier today. I think, as Dr. Naif said, she will be very fondly remembered here in Kuwait. And I think in many ways she personified a part of that very close bilateral history that our two countries share. So thank you very much indeed, Dr. Naif, for your kind words. One of the great things about being the British Ambassador to Kuwait, I guess probably British Ambassador anywhere in the world, is that you get the opportunity to come along and speak on many different occasions at many different school celebrations. And one of the things that I've always been very interested in is to see how different schools around the world celebrate the day that is really special for people who are graduating, for school leavers. At my old school, back in Kent in the United Kingdom, we used to have every year a Founders' Day, named, of course, after the founders of the school. That school, Dartford Grammar School, went back a little further even than the British School of Kuwait, to the 16th century. So in fact, by the time I was at school, the founders were really long forgotten, except that we celebrated their achievement every Founders' Day. Other schools have, they have their they've School Leavers' Day, some of them call it graduation, some of them call it Speech Day. But I think, as always, the British School of Kuwait has really hit the nail on the head by calling it a festival of achievement. Because what are these days really? They really are about celebrating achievement. They're celebrating the achievement of every single one of the students that are sitting up here on the stage today. Now, achievement comes in very many different forms and very many different guises. It comes in academia, the achievement of securing your degree, your first degree, your master's degree, your PhD. It comes in the field of sport, in securing the achievement of winning a soccer game, or winning a cricket game, or winning a rugby game. It comes in the achievement of cultural affairs, the achievement, as we've seen today, of the fantastic musicians that we have listened to this afternoon. It comes in all sorts of guises. And I think that is the key thing about achievement, that it is very individual. Achievement for some people is perhaps not achievement for others. Success for some will often come with perhaps failure for others. But achievement is individual. And what each of these students here have achieved is something very individual to them. It may be that they have achieved A stars in their examinations. It may be for some of them that they've simply achieved passes. But for them, that achievement is just as great as those people who have achieved the highest possible marks. So today, I think it is important to remember that achievement is individual, that achievement is something that everybody can enjoy if they are prepared to work for it, if they are prepared to take risks, and I think, as Patricia said earlier, if they are prepared to show courage. And just moving back, looking back a little, as I spoke earlier about Lady Thatcher. What was her achievement? Her achievement was, amongst many other things, to be the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Something that she achieved through hard work, yes. Through being in the right place at the right time, of course. But above all else, because it was something that she wanted, and she had the courage to go out, and she had the courage to achieve it. And I think it is important for all of you, as you graduate today, or you continue on to your sixth form, or go off to universities around the world, that you remember that to achieve is to strive for perfection. It is to set yourself targets. It is to ask yourselves the questions that His Excellency Dr. Naif mentioned earlier, and it is to ensure that you always strive to achieve the objectives that you set yourself. And it would be remiss of me not to also mention and to congratulate the achievement of the British School of Kuwait, and particularly to congratulate Mr. Sadiq and Madam Vera on 35 fantastic years of achievement through and within the school. I was at an event just a couple of weeks ago when one of my colleagues was talking about the thousands of students that his country had been able to receive from Kuwait. It so happened that I was standing very close to Madam Vera, who turned to me and said, "Thousands? We've sent tens of thousands of students from the British School of Kuwait to the UK alone." And that, I think, personifies the achievement of the British School of Kuwait. And let me leave you with this thought. Just about 1 month ago, I was privileged, very honoured, to be asked to go back to my old school, Dartford Grammar School in the United Kingdom, in Kent, to be asked to give the annual lecture, which was given in memory of one of the governors of the school, in fact a governor who happened to be the chairman of the governors when I was there, although I didn't know him personally. And it was a real honour for me because previously the speakers had included politicians such as Sir John Major, personalities such as Patrick Moore, the astronomer, television personalities. But I was the first old boy, the first former member of that school to be asked to go back to give this particular annual lecture. And after I'd given it, and I spoke for about 20 minutes, and I actually managed to get a few laughs, which was good, but after 20 minutes I took questions. And at the very end, I was asked by the headmaster if there was anything I wanted to say to the children that were at the school, the students at the school. And what I said to them that day is something that I'm going to say to you, but in your case, I'm going to swap my old school, Dartford Grammar, for the British School of Kuwait. And it goes back really to the three questions that the Education Minister asked you earlier. But I would add a fourth, not really a question, but a point, and that is that what you make out of life is going to be about the choices you make. Some of those choices will be easy, some of them will be difficult, but ultimately the choices you make are the ones that will define your future and your life. But you all start with a huge advantage, because your parents have made probably the most important choice of your early years for you. They have sent you to the British School of Kuwait. They have given you the opportunity to have an outstanding education. And as you move forward, and you will move forward to university, and you will move forward to many of you to do your master's degrees and to do your PhDs, but you will look back, and believe me when I say this, because this is what I have done throughout my career, my life. You will look back at your formative years, and you will be forever grateful to your parents that they sent you to an outstanding school. So very good luck to you all. I hope you all achieve everything that you want to do. And remember, that when you do, it will in part be because of the foundation education that you have enjoyed here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador, and we look forward indeed in the years to come to some of our own alumni coming back and addressing the students of the future. Now, we come to our sixth form graduation, and I'd like to invite our founder, Madam Vera, to accompany our guest of honour, His Excellency, Dr. Naif, to the stage, please, to present the diplomas to our graduates. Once again, I'd like to invite our principal, Mr. Paul Shropshire, our head teacher, Mr. Andrew Molden. And the roll of honour will be read by the sixth form department coordinator, Miss Emma Bowie.
Your Excellencies, honoured guests, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the graduates from Year 12 and Year 13 for the academic year 2012-2013. The following students will commence university courses subject to the acceptance of offers. Huda Al-Khattab, American University of Kuwait, Human and Behavioural Sciences and Communications and Media. Rosanna Dragma, University of Sharjah, UAE, Medicine. Shahad Al-Zad, University of Melbourne, Australia, Medicine and Surgery. Raneem Ismail, Gulf Medical University, UAE, Medicine. Mustafa Zamzam, German University of Cairo, Egypt, Business Informatics. Marina Nassif, American University of Sharjah, UAE, Architectural Engineering. Abanar Bateya, American University of Sharjah, UAE, Architectural Engineering. Reem Al-Manoufi, University of Alexandria, Egypt, Medicine. Eli Jabran, American University of Sharjah, UAE, Computer Engineering. Sama Muhammad Ali, American University of Sharjah, UAE, Multimedia Design. Nehan Khalid, University of Sheffield, UK, Chemical Engineering and the subject prize for A2 History. Ananya Madhawk, McGill University, Canada, Commerce. Shobi Grinstead, Imperial College London, UK, Biology. Holly Shropshire, University of Exeter, UK, Biological Sciences, and the subject prizes for A2 Biology and A2 Geography. Fadia Saad, University of California, USA, Biological Sciences. Savitri Butterworth, McGill University, Canada, Bioresource Engineering, and the subject prizes for A2 Chemistry and A2 Mathematics. Maria Bodulova, Medical University of Sofia, Bulgaria, Dentistry. Mina Ibrahim, McGill University, Canada, Biological Life Sciences. Fatima Rizka Noshad, Spectrum Institute of Science and Technology, Sri Lanka, Mathematics, Statistics and Physics. Mohammed Hardan, Royal College of Surgeons, Ireland, Medicine. Lara Abu Zarur, University of Sydney, Australia, Nutrition. Paula Ariola, Corvinus University, Hungary, Business and Management, and the subject prizes for A2 Fine Art and AS Photography. Mohammed Al-Rawi, University of British Columbia, Canada, Mechanical Engineering. Aya Mahmood, Royal College of Surgeons, Bahrain, Medicine, and the subject prize for A2 Physics. Amro Gazlan, McGill University, Canada, Electrical and Computer Engineering. Thank you, Amro. That concludes the graduating students for Year 12 and Year 13. Congratulations to you all, and I wish you every success in your future.
Congratulations to our sixth form graduates. Now we come to our final offering for achievement in the arts. Choral singing has always been an integral part of music at BSK. At present, the school boasts 4 choirs and numerous chamber groups. And this evening, we welcome our senior choir, Cantabene. The piece they've chosen tonight to sing was originally written by Brendan Graham. He's been associated with Ireland's great track record in the Eurovision Song Contest, as he's penned the lyrics for the last 7 entries in our 15 years. This song is based on the classic melody Danny Boy and became a hit for Brian Kennedy, Westlife, and lately Josh Groban. The lyrics are particularly suited to a graduation ceremony. To sing You Raise Me Up, please welcome Cantabene, their conductor Anna Karadimitrova, and their accompanist Boriana Petkov. Lovely. Now you know why Ireland does so well in the Eurovision Song Contest. Beautiful music. Now, it's my very great pleasure to welcome to the podium the Principal of the British School of Kuwait, Mr. Paul Shropshire, to give his State of the Nation address. Mr. Paul.
Your Excellency, Dr. Nayef Al-Hajraf, Minister of Education, Minister of Higher Education, Your Excellency Sheikh Mubarak Al-Fahad Al-Salam Al-Sabah, Under-Secretary for Protocol Affairs at the Amiri Diwan, Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, Your Excellency Mr. Frank Baker OBE, Her Majesty's Ambassador of the United Kingdom to Kuwait, Excellencies, Mr. Mohammed Abdullah Al-Dahes, General Manager of the Public Administration for Private Education. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, and students. 35 years ago, Madam Vera Al-Matawa had the idea of starting a small nursery for just 6 children in the front room of her home in Rumathia. Her talent as a teacher was apparent immediately. So too her organizational and entrepreneurial skills. Demand for places grew quickly, and soon the fledgling Sunshine School moved to separate premises in Salwa. By 1993, the demand for secondary phase education, based on the National Curriculum of England, required a further move to the existing site, as well as a change of name to the British School of Kuwait. Since then, the school has continued to grow, with new buildings and facilities being introduced regularly. What hasn't changed is Madam Vera's commitment to high-quality teaching and learning, the very best of British education. Now, it's very easy for schools to use words like best, finest, top, and premier. Let me offer you 2 compelling pieces of evidence in support of BSK's claim to be Kuwait's premier school. Firstly, there's the strong evidence found in the success of our students in public examinations at GCSE, IGCSE, AS, and A2 levels. Pass rates at GCSE and IGCSE from grade A star to C were maintained at 93% this year. And at advanced subsidiary level, the pass rate increased from 97 to 98% this year. And at advanced level, the cherished 100% pass rate has been maintained for the 3rd year running. Now, many of you will be reminded of the award to our student Ali Imam, who this year was recognized by Cambridge University as the best IGCSE biology student in the world. Incidentally, Ali has now followed this success by achieving 100% on each of his AS unit examinations, a feat never before achieved at BSK. Now, these achievements are fantastic, but there's another compelling source of evidence which further supports our claim. In March, BSK underwent accreditation by 3 teams of inspectors to validate the work of the school. For the Kuwait Ministry of Education, an inspection team from Ofsted, the Office for Standards in Education in the UK. For the BSME, the British Schools in the Middle East, an accreditation team from Penta International. And for the prestigious award of BSO status, British School Overseas, a team from the Department of Education in the United Kingdom. Now, many schools might quiver under the prospect of a triple inspection, but for BSK, it was an opportunity to showcase the achievements of its astonishing students to a fresh audience. In the end, the Ofsted team concluded that all of the criteria required by the Ministry of Education continue to be met fully. The BSME team determined that BSK was rated as well above their standards. The award of BSO status has been achieved by just 41 schools so far in the whole world. The findings of the BSO team were that BSK is the only school in Kuwait to be well above the BSO standard and deserves the title of World-Class British School. Of course, to the parents, students and staff of BSK, the outcome of this triple inspection comes as no surprise. Vera Al-Matawa's vision for a top-class school is indeed a reality backed by a mountain of compelling and irrefutable evidence. But standing still is not in the nature of either Vera Al-Matawa or BSK. The Salwa campus has been further developed with the introduction of new rooftop break time areas for Year 10 and Year 11, including their own canteen and bathrooms. The Portman building containing 5 large new classrooms for the humanities. A new design and technology room with expansion for a further room in the coming year. A new clinic more easily accessed. New prayer rooms for girls and boys sited in the main building. And of course, the new Balmoral building with its 12 large classrooms, a fabulous new staff common room, and a wonderful new library, which was graciously opened by His Excellency, the British Ambassador, last month. We've also invested heavily in the well-being of our staff by purchasing 3 new apartment buildings to add to one bought last year. The standard of accommodation for our staff is well above that of any other school in Kuwait. Of course, the many activities, both curricular and extracurricular, taking place at BSK provide ample evidence of excellence, and this year is no exception. The journey starts at TSK, our purpose-built, state-of-the-art kindergarten, where Principal Joanne Wild and her team have successfully introduced the British Early Years Foundation stage as the bedrock for teaching and learning. Into BSK and the reception year, where child-centered methodology continues the learning journey. We were delighted that His Excellency the Ambassador of Senegal, Mr. Abdoulahad Mabaki, was able to open our first reception art exhibition, a dazzling display inspired by the wonders of Africa. The creative curriculum continues through the lower department, and in Year 2, students were visited by Neptune, who also played the piano over there, who also challenged them to discover more about his watery world. In the summer of 2012, London hosted the greatest show on earth, the Games of the 30th Olympiad. The incredible success and excitement generated by the London Games is reflected in the huge Olympic wall along the front of the main building at BSK. And under the leadership of our new Director of Sport, Mr. John Porteous, the legacy of Olympic spirit continues, with BSK excelling in school sports competitions both within Kuwait and now across the entire Gulf region. So far this year, BSK has won the Boys Under 13 Basketball Championship and the Boys Under 15 Basketball Championship. In football, with the Boys Under 13 Indoor Champions. In swimming, students from BSK have won 7 gold medals and 10 other silver and bronze medals. BSK teams reached the finals of the Girls Under 15 basketball, the Girls Under 15 volleyball, the Girls Under 13 indoor football, the BSME boys basketball, and the BSME girls basketball. BSK teams, both girls and boys, took part in the BSME Under 13 tournament in Muscat, Oman. Not only did we win the boys basketball competition and 2 gold medals in athletics, we were also the runners-up in the girls' basketball, the boys' football, and won 2 silver medals in athletics. Overall, BSK easily topped the points table of the 12 competing schools from across the Gulf region. In the creative arts, we were dazzled once again by this year's Visions exhibition in the Euston Gallery. The exhibition showcased the talents of our artists, ceramicists, photographers, design technologists, and graphic designers. The quality of the work on display from students in all year groups certainly had that wow factor. On the theatre stage, packed houses were enthralled by the productions of Scrooge and The First Kids in Space. Next week, a third major production of the year, Alice in Wonderland, will spotlight the talents of students in the middle department. Of course, through Bayer, we were entertained by We Will Rock You, featuring the music of Queen, and Bayer also produced Razzle Dazzle, where their incredible dancers shared the spotlights. The sixth form organised and staged our annual talent show with standout performances from Janaki Butterworth, Hanadi and Tamara Jabba, and Jacob Trisner on electric guitar. The amazing Festival of Music took place 2 weeks ago and included a Brazilian samba workshop with a visiting musician, an evening of music from around the world with 250 students performing, an evening of contemporary music with 175 students performing, and a public concert at the 360 Mall with 125 students performing. Whilst these events showcase the talents of many, the philosophy of BSK remains to enable all students to be academically outstanding, all students to participate in competitive sports, all students to be artistically creative. But as the inspection teams were to discover, the breadth of curricular and extracurricular opportunity at BSK is astonishing, and here is a brief sample. BSK supports LOIAC, the Lathan Youth Achievement Centre. LOIAC aims to promote youth achievement in the areas of the performing arts, creative writing, sport, and community service. This year, the mathematics team launched the Mathemagic Society with budding mathematicians learning a range of skills and tricks based on sound, high-level maths. The team also entered the Middle East Maths Challenge and became the top school in Kuwait. And in the UK Mathematics Trust, senior students gained 3 silver and 1 gold certificate. In science, the physics team once again achieved outstanding success in the British Physics Olympiad, organised by the University of Oxford. At A2 level, our Year 13 student, Rizka Naushad, was awarded a bronze medal. Savitri Butterworth and Syed Mifsal were both awarded silver medals, and Mina Ibrahim was awarded gold, having received silver last year. The 4 students then entered the prestigious international stage of the competition, with Mina receiving a commendation, Syed and Savitri bronze awards, and Rizka the silver award. Our robotics team goes from strength to strength, with 30 students led by Savitri, Zayed Tamimi, and Mohamed Abu Rus. At the Carnegie Mellon University Championships in Qatar, the BSK team won the prize for Best Project Management and Planning, and won the Judges' Choice Award for Teamwork and Decision-Making for the 5th year running. Meanwhile, the English team supported the 5th Annual Literature Festival in Dubai, with 10 students accompanied by Miss Helen Graham and Mr. David Cox, sponsored by Emirates Airways. The students were delighted to meet authors Nick Arnold, who writes the Horrible Science series, and Geraldine McCochrane, who wrote Peter Pan in Scarlet, and to discuss their work. The English team also led the annual book week, which included students going to TSK and reading to kindergarten students by torchlight. 10 BSK students travelled to Bahrain to compete in the inaugural BSME debating tournament, and once again, 2 BSK students joined Team Kuwait to compete at the World School Debating Championships, this time in Antalya, in Turkey. For April, the English team have organised theatre workshops on Broadway in New York City once again. The business students have participated in workshops at Agility Logistics for young entrepreneurs, organised by INJAZ. The IGCSE economics students took part in a job shadowing programme at Gulf Bank, and following the success of last year's Share Trader competition, this year the programme was expanded into a house competition, and it comes as no surprise to anyone that understands Britain that Scotland House provided the most canny and profitable. The history team organise our Model United Nations, and this year BSK attended 2 conferences with a total of 48 students participating. BSK student Angad Bhatia receiving the Best Delegate Award. The International Award for Young People, patronised by His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh, continues to offer our students amazing new experiences. Our IA coordinator, Mr. Ollie Miller, has asked me this year to stress the success of the service element of the award. Students at silver level raised over 500 dinars towards building materials for a new classroom at a school in Nepal. And students at gold level raised over 900 dinars for a new canteen at a school in northern Thailand. Once again, our students at bronze level completed their expedition in the mountains of Oman, the silver level in the Himalayas of Nepal, and the gold level in the Drakensberg Mountains of South Africa. Charity and service to the community is a pillar of life at BSK. A further example is our support of the Ruqayya Abdul Wahab Al-Khatami Breast Cancer Foundation, the highlight of which was the Pink Tuesday Netball Challenge managed by Year 13 student Osama Salim, which raised 2,100 dinars. Our bake sales always prove popular, and the funds are directed by the Charities Committee. You'll know that BSK was the first German government partner school in the Gulf region, and in February, BSK was delighted to welcome Mr. Roland Stumpf, Head of Languages at the Goethe Institute in Abu Dhabi. 3 BSK students received all expenses paid trips to Germany during the summer holiday, demonstrating our continuing strong relationship with the German government. Of course, one of the many privileges of being a student at BSK is to mix with the 77 different nationalities and to experience their varied customs and traditions, something that we celebrate formally on International Day. Only last week, many of the wonderful graduates on stage this evening attended the glamorous Oscars. The Oscars is the most formal of occasions when our young adults dress and conduct themselves immaculately. The theme this year was James Bond 007, and the setting in the splendour of the British Embassy garden could well have been a set for the next Bond movie, except, of course, our students are far better looking. As always, we owe a huge debt to Mr. Sadiq Al-Matawa, our chairman, Madam Vera Al-Matawa, our founder, and Dr. Hanan Al-Matawa, our CEO, who, as you know, recently was appointed by Amiri decree and agreement by the Prime Minister's office to the Supreme Education Council of Kuwait, the only person representing schools on the Supreme Council. Now, I've been honoured to have been part of the Festival of Achievement team on 17 occasions whilst at BSK. Every year, I look out at the audience of proud parents who can still remember their child's first day at school, let alone these last days. You remember the excitement of those new uniforms and shoes, the computers and the books. And you've helped to guide and support your children through difficult homework and examinations until now, at last, they sit here in their robes to be publicly acknowledged as school students for the very last time. Every year, I see a few tears wiped away. But this year is rather special for me, and this year I really do empathise with you, because this year, after 17 years at BSK, our daughter, Holly, is graduating and leaving school. And of course, with her departure, all of the Year 13s that I've known for so long, as well as so many Year 12s and so many Year 11s. What are we going to do without them? As always, I would like to acknowledge the fine work of my senior managers, Mr. Mark Brisbane, the primary head teacher, Mr. Andrew Molden, the secondary head teacher, and our public relations manager, Miss Patricia Whelan. And also the work of our assistant head teacher, Mr. Nicholas Smith, our senior teachers, Mr. John Leonard and John Storer, our examinations officer, Tom Campbell, and our performance tracking coordinator, Miss Alia Maflehi. And of course, our department coordinators, Mr. Marcus Wild in lower, Miss Jackie Shropshire in junior, Miss Estelle Jones in middle, Mr. John Lambert in upper, and Miss Emma Bowie in the sixth form. And our wonderful subject coordinators with their teams of exceptional teachers from reception all the way to year 13. Our head boy, Faddy, and head girl, Holly, with their teams of dedicated prefects. And of course, a big thank you to you, our parents, for your continued support and for trusting us with your precious children. Thank you, Madam Vera, and please accept our best wishes for the next 35 years of success. And above all, congratulations to our graduates. We wish you well with your final school exams and success at university. You're certain to achieve greatness in the future. But I hope you'll never forget your years at BSK. Without question, the finest school in Kuwait. Good night.
Thank you very much, Mr. Paul. We come now to our final awards of the evening, and I'd like to invite to the stage to present the awards our founder, Madam Vera, and Mr. Mohammed Al-Dahis from the Ministry of Private Education. This award is called the CIS Award, and it goes to a student whose contributions to the sixth form at BSK have been particularly impressive. As someone who has involved himself heavily in the wider life of the school, he's demonstrated time and again his ability and willingness to work effectively with a diverse range of his peers. As a member of the senior prefect team, he's effectively managed the considerable additions to his workload that the responsibilities he has chosen to take on have inevitably brought with them. Having spearheaded more than one major project over the course of the past academic year, he's shown himself to be a true leader. He led a team whose support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month involved a range of fundraising activities, most notably, as Mr. Paul referred, to the annual Pink Tuesday event. He also led the Sixth Form Oscars Committee in holding that unforgettable evening at the British Embassy. Although his time in Kuwait will soon be coming to an end, he has no intentions of stopping just yet, with other charitable plans for the remainder of the academic year already in the offing. This year's CIS Council of International Schools Award goes to our Quran reader this evening, Osama Salam. Actually, Madam Vera, I'm going to ask you to stay. I'm just going to ask you to swap gentlemen, please, if you'd like to bring His Excellency Dr. Al-Hajraf to the stage for the next two awards. Thank you very much. The first of these is Madam Vera's own award, the Founders Award. It goes to a student whose contributions to BSK are as impressive as they are varied. This student not only has an enviable academic record, but she has also been involved in a host of extracurricular activities throughout her time at BSK. She's both a member of the Sixth Form Prefect team and a house captain. She's captained the school swimming and the netball teams, and has been integral to the success of both the basketball and volleyball teams for many years. In Year 11, she was appointed as company president for the INJAS Youth Enterprise Initiative. And in the same year, she represented Kuwait at the Global Youth Summit hosted by the British Council-affiliated Global Changemakers Programme. As well as being involved in entrepreneurship and social activism, this student has participated in the International Award for Young People, been active in the Model United Nations, forms part of our concert orchestra, and has been involved in countless other activities, too numerous to mention. The Founders Award for 2012-13 goes to Ankita Handa. We have one more very special award. And to read the citation, I'd like to invite once again to the podium the Principal of the British School of Kuwait, Mr. Paul Shropshire.
During the third week of March, the British School of Kuwait underwent accreditation, as I told you, by 3 teams of inspectors representing the Kuwait Ministry of Education, the British schools in the Middle East, and the British Ministry of Education. In recognition of her sterling leadership in ensuring that BSK successfully passed this triple inspection, the staff and students would like to present a plaque of appreciation to our founder, Madam Vera Al-Matawa.
Thank you, Madam Vera. We want a few words from you now, please. So we're not finished with you yet. Sorry, Madam Vera. You have to earn your supper now here.
Good evening. Your Excellency Dr. Naif Al-Hajraf, Minister of Education and Minister of Higher Education, Excellency Sheikh Mubarak Al-Fahd Salim Al-Sabah, Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, His Excellency the British Ambassador, Mr. Mohammed Dahis, Excellencies, parents and students. A very, very warm welcome to you all. As this is the most important event in our calendar, BSK's Festival of Achievement for 2013. It has been a very special year for BSK as we celebrate our 31st birthday with our Jade anniversary. Jade has always been the most highly prized material amongst Chinese, even more than silver and gold. Jade has traditionally been worn by kings and nobles. However, when it was first removed from the earth, it is rough stone, and then, through great effort, it is transformed into an object of great beauty and value that will survive the ages. My dear students, I would not like to say that you were once a rough stone, but I would like to say that your hard work and great effort has transformed you into the mature young adult and the great beauty and great intellect You will survive the ages and glisten like pieces of jade for all to see and to admire. Jade is admired for its toughness. It's bestowed a long life, wisdom, justice, passion, modesty, and courage, while at the same time stimulating creative and mental agility. Take these and make them your own. Like jade, you will have an inner peace and harmony. Last year, I mentioned to you that BSK would undertake the inspection of the British schools of Kuwait and the Middle East, a group which employs more than 5,000 teachers and have served over 69,000 students. As a founding member of this group, I am pleased to say that the BSME continues to set the standards for the British education in the Gulf region and provides a gold standard of confidence for our parents and students. Last year, I also mentioned that BSK would welcome an inspection team to gain the prestigious British Schools Overseas status. By doing so, the British government would recognize the excellent teaching and learning taking place in BSK. I am delighted that our Ofsted have achieved a triple vote of confidence from Ofsted, BSME, and the BSO, the highest rating of any school in Kuwait. Our new status will mean that we will be able to attract teachers with the best qualifications, latest skills in technology, teachers that are dynamic and full of energy, like the ones we've got, teachers that can inspire our students to lead them to great success. Of course, everyone likes to be a success story, and you're all doing a good job. Our new status at BSME and BSO accredited school validates the work of the existing staff. It tells them that the work they do is world class. It gives them pride and a sense of achievement. So everyone is a winner, the students, the staff, and the parents, and also Kuwait. We are all winners. For Kuwait to have a school that ranks alongside the best in the world means that highly skilled people with families can rest assured they can move to Kuwait. There is a top-class schooling available for their children. I am delighted that the inspection team have recognized the quality and also the breadth of the curriculum at BSK. We are, of course, very proud of the academic achievements of our students. It is vital that our students gain the best examination results and are able to meet the entrance requirement for the best universities. It is equally important that we have additional experiences that set them apart from other universities, hopefully. These are the experiences that add maturity and culture, understanding, as well as an adventure to the joy of winning. So I'm delighted that our special clubs in maths, physics, and robotics, as well as the house, as those English and business, are as popular as ever as the sports and the creative arts. The International Award and the many other extracurricular opportunities available at BSK. Back again to jade. Jade is a stone most associated with royalty and high status. It is a fitting tribute for the Festival of Achievement to welcome such distinguished guests. The good, the beautiful, the precious are all with us this evening. I would like to extend a special word of thanks to our honored guest, the Minister of Education, Dr. Naif Al-Ashraf, for gracing us with his presence this evening. We know how busy you are, and I know how you had meetings this evening, and we have kept you much longer than you expected, but we are very, very grateful to you for your presence. You are the jewel in the crown for us. You have raised the bar. Thank you once again very much. Please join me in a round of applause for His Excellency Sheikh Mubarak Fahad Al-Sabah. I'd also like to thank His Excellency, the British Ambassador, Mr. Frank Baker, for his endless support with his presentations this evening, and Maria as well. We're very grateful for all you do for us. Also, a great many thanks to all our ambassador friends who's given us their time this evening. We appreciate it very much. This is a very special occasion for us and our students, so we do really appreciate it. Special evenings like this doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of planning and attention to detail. The secret of the success of BSK, including this Festival of Achievement, rests with teamwork. And I have a magnificent team. I would like to take the opportunity to thank our teachers, administration, and support staff for their great efforts. Thank you to our fabulous musicians for the entertainment this evening. Good night, Dr. Knife. Thank you for our fabulous musicians and entertainment this evening. Thanks to our senior manager for continuing to guide the school along the road to success. Thank you to Ms. Patricia for your work in keeping tonight's event running so smoothly. I would like to thank you, our wonderful supportive parents, for entrusting us with your children, for without them, this could not happen tonight. And of course, I wish our graduating students continued success, and as they leave BSK to join their chosen universities. You have done us proud, you have made your parents proud, and you've made yourself proud of yourselves. Well, that's all from me. Thank you, and good night. Hafidallah al-Kuwait.
Thank you, Madam Vera. And now, to propose a vote of thanks, it's my pleasure to invite to the podium our head girl, Holly Shropshire, and head boy, Fadi Assad.
Your Excellency, Dr. Naif Al-Hajraf, Minister of Education and Minister of Higher Education. Your Excellency, Sheikh Mubarak Al-Fahad Al-Salim Al-Subah, Undersecretary for Protocol Affairs, Emir Al-Diwan, Dean of the Diplomatic Corps. Your Excellency, Mr. Frank Baker, British Ambassador. Excellencies, Mr. Muhammad Abdullah Dehes, General Manager of the Private Education Department. Honored guests, ladies, gentlemen, fellow graduates, and prize winners. We hope you've enjoyed our Festival of Achievement as much as we all have. We would now like to share with you just a few of the highlights from the time we have spent at the British School of Kuwait.
We would like to begin by offering, on behalf of our fellow graduates and prize winners, our sincere thanks to Chairman Mr. Sadiq Al-Matawa, our founder, Madam Vera Al-Matawa, and the entire senior management team of the British School of Kuwait. We thank you not only for providing us with this prestigious and much anticipated evening, but even more importantly for the unrivaled care you have all taken in developing and sustaining the excellent learning environment which we all continue to enjoy.
When I look back at my time at BSK, I see the many happy years that I've spent in what has become a second home to me. Years filled with many priceless memories, countless successes, and unbreakable friendships. Holly and I have both been fortunate enough to have experienced the joy of true friendship throughout our many years at BSK, especially with one another and with our fellow Year 13 graduates. We have come to know that genuine friendships really are priceless, and that these bonds have been forged in the many shared experiences we have had over the years.
Together we have experienced both the exhilaration and the challenges that come with participating in the International Award for Young People, a program which saw us trekking together in the mountains of Oman, Thailand, and South Africa. Over the course of our 3-year involvement in the award, we experienced together many high points, most notably our successful completion of the toughest of these expeditions in the stunning Drakensberg Mountains of South Africa last year.
Of course, without the unrivaled academic standing that BSK has enjoyed for so many years, we would never have even met in the first place. We will ever be grateful to our parents for choosing to send us to BSK. Like many of our fellow graduates, we first got to know one another in class. I'm sure you could ask many of those who are here this evening, and they would have similar stories to share. Stories of initially disliked being forced to sit next to someone they didn't know, only for that person to become one of their best friends.
However, it's not only friendships that are developed here, but also individuals. All of the students you see here before you are competent and well-rounded individuals who participate in an astonishing variety of different activities. Fadi, for example, is a keen sportsman who has been involved with many sporting events over the years, especially within the fields of football and volleyball. In recent years, he has also worked as a football coach, giving him an opportunity to pass on his skills and experience to aspiring young players.
What is great about BSK is the fact that all students have the opportunity to pursue their own interests. Ever since I've known Holly, she's always been hugely involved in various types of dance. Her passion for dance has led her to become a pre-primary ballet teacher, as well as a choreographer for the various school performances she has been instrumental in throughout her years at BSK. The fact that she has not only had the opportunity to pursue this particular interest, but also to pass that on to the next generation of dancers is a testament to the quality and breadth of opportunity that has been made available to us all.
Our fellow graduates this year have definitely made the most of these opportunities. Many of them have been extremely dedicated to a range of activities. During the course of this academic year, students in the sixth form have participated in regional robotics tournaments, enjoyed success in international level debating, worked together as a model United Nations delegation, and delivered stunning gala music performances. They have also organized hugely successful charity events in aid of local and international care, represented Kuwait at global youth summits, written articles that have been published in the media, participated in local and regional sports fixtures, and many more activities that are too numerous to mention.
A number of today's graduates are members of the senior prefect team, which has supported the student body throughout the year and has been a vital component in many of the school's events. Deputy head boy and deputy head girl, Shobi and Savitri, have been invaluable, not only in supporting the senior prefect team throughout this year, but also in supporting the two of us. Shobi organized the sixth form dinner, a very popular event with all of us in sixth form, and has done a tremendous amount of work in supporting our younger prefects. Savitri has made enormous contributions to both the organization of the talent show and the achievements of the robotics team. We congratulate them for these successes.
Indeed, the entire senior prefect team has shown tremendous hard work and dedication this year. We are hugely appreciative of the enormous efforts of Osama in planning of Pink Tuesday and the Oscars, and Nihan for her tireless fundraising efforts. We also thank Rizka and Maria for their leadership of the social committee.
Thanks are of course also due to Mina and Dina for their excellent work in ensuring the success of numerous sixth form events, most notably a talent show, and to Ananya for her particular care and diligence with regards to our younger prefects. Thank you all. Without your hard work and dedication, we would not have enjoyed many of the successes that we have had this year. It has been both an honor and pleasure for us to have worked with you all.
As befits a graduation, we have talked a great deal about the students who stand before you now. However, I'm sure that my fellow graduates would agree that a school needs more than just students. It needs teachers, and not just any teachers. Teachers who possess a passion for their subjects and are able to share that with their students. Teachers who genuinely care about enabling their students to achieve the very best of which they are capable. When I asked one teacher the other day what they considered to be the best characteristics of this graduating class, they commented on the fact that we demonstrate positive attitude, are supportive of one another, and possess the determination necessary to achieve our goals. Positive qualities, I'm sure you will agree. These qualities are unquestionably exemplified by the excellent teachers at BSK, who have in turn fostered such qualities in ourselves. Teachers, we thank you all sincerely.
Last, but by no means least, none of us would be here today with you all if it weren't for the love and support of our parents. They have all worked hard to provide us with a premium education that has been instrumental in making us into who we are today. They have praised us for our successes, encouraged us when we have doubted ourselves, and disciplined us when the need arose. I am sure I'm not alone in having benefited immeasurably from the unwavering support of wonderful parents. For this, we thank you all.
I am sure my fellow graduates will agree that the thought of leaving BSK for good seems almost unimaginable. It has become our home, our peers have become our family, and our teachers have become our mentors. As this day has grown ever nearer, many of us have found ourselves reflecting upon what lies behind us and looking forward to what lies before us. Now the time has come. Time to put all the lessons we have learned to the ultimate test. Our future stretched before us, full of challenge and promise.
As we stand here before you today, we face this uncertainty with an almost overwhelming sense of excitement and only a hint of trepidation. We know that the experiences we have gained during our time at BSK have shaped us into the young adults whom you see here today, equipping us with the knowledge, the skills, and the personal qualities we will need in order to make the most of the many opportunities that lie ahead of us.
I would like to conclude by offering my fellow graduates a few words from one of our BSK alumni, Hiba Arshad, now studying in the UK. Your time at BSK has given you everything you need to excel and to reach new heights both at university and beyond. So don't be afraid to take on new, exciting, and what may at first seem daunting challenges, because as BSK graduates, you have everything that it takes and more. Thank you, BSK.
Graduates, would you please all rise? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the graduates of the academic year 2012-2013.